going on, everybody, and welcome to episode number 21, day 21 of Trading to Glory Season 2. If you guys are unfamiliar with this series, essentially, I started 21 days ago with 0 coins, 0 FIFA points, 0 games, and we had to trade our way up by buying nothing, really just all trading in SBCs. So we have a lot to talk about today. There's a lot of ideas I kind of want to get out to you guys. So it's going to be maybe a longer episode. I'm not sure yet. But there is a few things I want to talk about, guys. So before we get started, make sure to drop a like on the video if this Trading to Glory series is helping you guys out. That's all I ask in return. And if you're new, obviously, subscribe to the channel. So let's go ahead and get started. There's a couple of things that I do need to talk about. There's a lot of reinvestments that we're going to be making soon, but not quite yet. This video is going up on Thursday morning, so we've got a little bit of time to prepare. But looking at this new team of the week, guys, we've got Mario Gaspar. We've got Dimitri Payet, and we've got Mario Gomez, who is somewhere on here. I cannot find. There he is up top. Mario Gomez, okay? So those are 3 informs we're going to talk about at first. Now, we're not going to talk about their inform cards. We're actually going to talk about their gold cards. It's Alex Tejes Part 2, essentially. So basically, I bought a couple of these cards right at 10 a.m. when they released the announcement for these Team of the Week cards. And I bought Gomez for 2.7, 3.5, 3.7, got Gaspar for 3.1, I got another Gomez for 3.4, I got another Gomez here 3.5, and 3.7. Got a couple more. I think you guys get the point on what I'm getting at here. So I bought a bunch of them at 10, but there's not going to be any new SBCs out until Sunday, which means that he's not going to be in demand, especially between Friday and Sunday. Those 48 hours, there's no SBCs that require Gomez directly, like these 83 rated requirements for Rest of World and for EPL Team of the Season Untradeable. So, with that being said, I think that my best bet is to actually sell my Mario Gomez cards and then buy them back on the day of probably Saturday. Saturday is going to be a good day to buy cards. But even though he's not in packs, I expect him to drop because there's a lot of people, including myself, who bought the card when the SB... Oh, God. Okay. Sorry for that distraction. I don't know if you guys heard that, but somebody subbed to me on Twitch, and that was so loud in my ears. Anyways, moving on. Mario Gomez at 4,700. I think he could drop back down to under 3.7K, even though he's not actually in packs. We saw it happen with Alex Tejes. Same thing's going to happen with Gaspar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and list that up for profit. I'm going to go ahead and take my 2,000 coins there. And then we're going to go ahead and take my 2,000 coins here. Well, almost listed that for 1,000 too cheap. And then we're going to go ahead and look at Mario Gaspar as well. So we're going to take a little bit of profit on them, and then we're going to reinvest in those cards. Now, these aren't the only cards that we're going to reinvest in on Friday and Saturday. We're going to invest in a lot of Team of the Season. So I'm actually going to get in on that idea here in a couple of minutes and tell you guys exactly what's going to happen with the fluctuation of... I keep clicking on Gomez instead of Gaspar. Mario Gaspar selling for... It's going to be a little bit less here, probably around 3.7K still, maybe 4K. Looks like 4,000 coins, so not as much profit on the Gaspar, but we're still going to take it. So let's go ahead and move on to Team of the Seasons. Now, obviously, I did mention that Pope was never going to be needed for the SBCs in terms of Team of the Seasons. He's a better Team of the Season card than a lot of those Rest of World cards from last week. But since those Rest of World cards went extinct, that Pope card actually got up to about 120K at one point. I've never seen a card fluctuate as much as him, because if you guys take a look at him now, he's back down to 65,000 coins. He already halved in price within the last few hours. Why is that? Because the new Rest of World Team of the Season is out. So we're going to go ahead and follow the exact same trend that they did last week. Guys, this is important. This new Rest of World SBC puts a lot of these cards onto the transfer list. You've got players like Arias, Kobayashi, and all the other ones. I think Bobo is another one. I believe there's another Brazilian guy in there. The cheapest one right now, or at least one of the cheapest, is Yu Kobayashi. And he's going for about 45,000 coins right now. Maybe a little bit more. But essentially, this is the card that everybody's going to be using in the SBC for the next few hours until that EPL SBC expires. Once that expires, these cards are still in packs for 24 more hours. They're still in packs for 24 more hours, and they have no demand. It's the exact same thing I said last week. These cards are going to go from 45K. They'll probably get down to maybe 36, 37K. Remember what they did with Izquierdos and Bozak and Jae-Sung, all those cards from the last Rest of World? Those cards ended up going extinct at 55K. Now, the big difference between these cards and those cards, these cards go up to 150K. They learned from their mistakes last time. EA did. That just means we're going to make even more coins on these Rest of World cards next week whenever they drop whatever it is, La Liga, League One, Calcio. I don't know what they'll do, but nonetheless, they're going to require Team of the Seasons again. And when they do, these Team of the Season cards are going to go up again. It's going to follow the exact same trend. So I'm going to put every single last coin I have into reinvestments. I'm going to pick up as many Kobayashis or Bobos or Arias cards, whatever one's the cheapest one. Right now, Bobo's 46, so like he's the cheapest one right now. Whichever one's the cheapest, I'm going to pick up a ton of them. And it doesn't even matter which one I buy because I know that they're going to be needed for those SBCs, and I know they're going to go up. Even if they are the crappiest league, crappiest nation, I know they're going to go up because that's what happened last time. We can just use last week as an example for the rest of the Team of the Season. Obviously, we have to keep in mind EA could throw a curveball and change requirements drastically on us, but I don't expect that to happen because what they don't want to do is see Team of the Seasons drop in price. And when that happens, when Team of the Seasons drop in price, less packs are opened. So they don't want that to happen. So they're going to continue to use Team of the Seasons, at least in most of these SBCs. They even threw a Team of the Season into the Player of the Month requirements. That's when you know they want these cards to be really expensive. All right? They want these, they want these Team of the Seasons, even the worst ones, to be over 50K. They want that. And they're going to continue to require them and keep them up there. So those are some important aspects of reinvestments that you guys need to get in on. If you guys have any questions about that, drop them in the comment section below. I'll try to answer as many as I can. But it can be pretty much summed up with on Friday and on Saturday, we're buying as many of those cards as we possibly can. So let's go ahead and move on to League One Player of the Year and then our failed Tadic investment. Now, I picked up Tadic cards here for 10,250. I got 9 of them. I bought them for discard. Why? Well, because they were discard. I lose 100 coins per card. I bought 9 of them. I lose 900 coins if I quick sold all of them. That's why I bought them. Now, I could have sold them for profit yesterday if I sold them to the hype for like 13,000 coins. I decided, let's take the risk. There's probably going to be a player of the month requirement of an inform. I thought there would be. There wasn't. There wasn't. So that was a risk that I took. I thought that when I took the risk, there was more reward than if I sold. You know, I could have sold for 2,000 coin profit after tax on each card and made like 18K. But I thought, hey, let's go ahead and risk that 18K and possibly turn that in to like 80K, you know? And it didn't end up working out, so I'm not too disappointed given the fact it wasn't that much profit that I lost. So what we're probably going to do here is we got a couple options. We can either quick sell and just go ahead and take those coins because we do need to reinvest, and I would like to have more coins for reinvestments, or we can hold those cards and wait and see if there is an inform requirement for the League One Player of the Year. When it comes down to it, I don't think that Tadic is going to be directly required for a League One Player of the Year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just go and take a 100 coin loss on my Tadic cards. Now for the Areola cards and the Dante cards, we're definitely holding on to those guys. Dante and Areola, those guys are League One investments, and they're definitely going to be making us profit, especially come Sunday. Because it drops Sunday night. That's when the SBC drops. I also got a Jermaine here for 15K. I thought, hey, that's not too bad. Looks like he's going for that price. But he's a pretty rare card. And he does get a hyperlink with Thalvin. So, you know, that could work out pretty well if we get lucky. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of all these Tadic cards. I actually picked up an area, so I'll try to flip that for a couple K. That's not really an investment. I'm just trying to trade with that card right now. But something to remember for Arias, guys, if you want a long-term investment, Arias is going to get a link with Lozano based on the codes that have been leaked to the community. Lozano will be in the weekly objective, so you'll probably have to play like weekend league or play squad battles for him. So he's going to be in the weekly objective. So pretty much everybody's going to get that Lozano. Once people get that Lozano, they're going to link him with Arias. Pretty much 90% of the time, people are going to link that Lozano with Arias. This Arias card is going to go from 55K. He'll probably rise up to 75, 80, 100K even in the long run. Now, I don't know what week Lozano is going to be dropped. It could be next week. It could be in 2 weeks. It could be in 3 weeks. But we just know that Lozano will be a weekly objective, and he's going to drop in Rest of World, just like Arias, because he plays for PSV as well. So I think that Arias is a great long-term investment, because once that Lozano is into that weekly objective, Arias is going to be that strong link, and he's going to go up a ton. So that's what I love about that investment. I do have an Aaron Moy here. Okay, Aaron Moy's probably discard as well, given the fact he's in the Prem. I didn't remember buying him, I'm not going to lie. But we're going to go ahead and get rid of all these Tadic cards still. And we're up to over 400,000 coins liquidated. Now we are, again, on day 21. So I'm pretty happy with the amount of coins that we've made, especially with the amount of investments that we have as well. So we sold another Mario Gomez there. We can keep listing him up. Okay, I just want to correct one thing that I said in the last clip. Something that just came to my attention is that there was a fake pack code during the rounds the other day saying Tots Lozano was going to be a DKT reward. That's what I was referring to in terms of like weekly objective DKT reward. That has been proven to be a fake code. So that doesn't mean that Lozano won't be a weekly objective DKT. It just means don't use that as evidence. What we can confirm pretty much is Lozano will end up getting a Team of the Season because his performance in the Eredivisie 100% deserves a Team of the Season card. I think that's pretty much on lock, but it's not guaranteed to be a weekly objective. So that just means less people will have him. So go ahead and take that into consideration when you're investing in Arias. I think that the Arias investment, nonetheless, will still be great just because of that Lozano, whether it's in packs or whether it's in the DKT. I think that that investment is still going to work out. I just wanted to correct myself because that code apparently is not trustworthy. So I couldn't finish the episode last night when I was recording because I had to sub for one of my friends up in Ohio for a indoor match. So I wasn't able to edit. I wasn't able to finish the episode. So I'm going to go ahead and reiterate some of the main points that I talked about. And I'm going to go ahead and catch you guys up with what I did at the end of the stream last night. I did go ahead and sell my Aaron Moy for actually a couple thousand coin profit. So I was pretty happy with that. I picked up a couple Leo Matos cards I got one for 40K. And then I got one for, like, I believe it was 44K. So I made a little bit of profit on them, and I sold them onto the market. And then I also picked up an Arias card for 54 or 55,000 coins. I think you guys saw that earlier. And I decided I'm going to go ahead and sell it because I don't know if he's going to get a little bit lower before he starts rising. But I do still like the Arias card as an investment. So I'm probably going to reinvest in Arias depending on what his price is. I actually haven't checked it since last night. Last night it was around 55K. So I was happy to sell it for 60K. But it could easily be above 60K now. Looking at his informs, it looks like he might be above 60K as of today. So if he does drop within the next 24 hours, I will be picking him back up. We'll see what happens. But looking at the Kobayashis, guys, looking at those investments, the ones that I really want to dump all my coins into, they're chilling less than 50K right now. They are chilling at less than 50,000 coins. As you guys can see, a ton of them for less than 50K, and they're dropping. So they're going to continue to go down. I hope that they get to 40K and below, because if they do, I will be spending all of my 520,000 coins I have liquidated right now on these Team of the Seasons. Again, that's the best investment you guys can make is in these Team of the Season cards because several reasons, boys. Several reasons. One is because, obviously, the next Team of the Season is going to be League 1, Calcio, League 1, or La Liga, and it's going to have a lot of high-rated cards. There's going to be very few Tots Popes in there. So that means that these Rest of World cards are going to be used in those SBCs. So that's going to follow the exact same trend that the ones last week did, where they were down at like 40K and then they went extinct at 55K. I think that it'll happen again. So we're going to be picking a lot of those up, guys. That's the most important factor of this video. Obviously, we covered some League 1 investments. I think that's pretty much what my transfer list is consisting of, is League 1 investments. Come to think of it, I did invest in Glick here, and given the fact that I did get these Glicks for like 5.6K, I was buying him simply because he was a cheap 85 rated card, but he is also in the League 1, so that could be another factor on why that investment will work out. But anyways, guys, if this video helped you out in any way, drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I'll have another video out in the morning, and sorry this video is a little bit late. I meant to have it up in the morning, but again, I didn't have a chance to edit or anything. I got really busy last night, and then when I got home at like 1 a.m., I was too tired, and I just went to bed. So hopefully you guys understand. I'll have the videos out at 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. UK, hopefully from now on, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace out.